Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. This is the weekly meeting for Davis County Commissioners, public board meeting, and the time is 4:03 right now on Tuesday, August the 18th, 2020. We are meeting here in the Commission Chambers in the Administration Building at 61 South Main Street, Suite 303 in Farmington, Utah. And we still have attendance limited because of the pandemic to no more than 20 individuals in the room. Currently we have me, Laureen Kamalu, serving as chair this year, Commissioner Bob Stevenson, also at the dais, and Commissioner Randy Elliott. And then in our audience, we still have with us our civil attorney, Neil Geddes, and our elected clerk auditor, Curtis Koch. We're excited to see our planner, Jeff Boiler, in the audience. I'm grateful to Shauna Brady for helping to organize our meetings. So the meetings continue to be viewable online, live, or taped after the fact. And we continue to take comments regarding a public hearing or any public comment to do with the agenda in person or by email by 3 p.m. the day of the meeting. And I don't believe we've received any comments pertinent to today's agenda. We will begin the meeting with our Pledge of Allegiance. And Jeff, would you mind getting us started?
Yes. Repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. We will now have the opportunity for public comment. If there's anyone in the room who would like to speak up as a citizen, we'd be happy to hear you. Seeing none, we will move to the recognitions, presentations, and informational items. We do have an RFP register regarding time and attendance. And Curtis, thank you for speaking to this.
Commissioners, you have on this time and attendance RFP, we are happy to announce that we have 9 different companies that have submitted. They include Kronos Incorporated, Saradinian, HCM, Andrews Technology, HMS Inc., Time Clock Plus, Aspire HR Inc., Data Management Inc., Intellis Time Systems Corporation, Care Systems Inc., BuzzClan LLC. And they will go through the review process of a selection panel and come with a recommendation for you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. A little bit more about that. We are a moderate-sized county consisting of roughly 1,000 employees, including full-time, part-time, and seasonal. And our county does have a sheriff's office that requires unique but not difficult pay configurations. So that was just another little bit of information for the public. Very good. And then are you also speaking to the second one?
Yes.
So this is the notice of intent to engage in contract negotiations with SWCA Incorporated, doing business as SWCA Environmental Consultants.
Yes, so this is a notice of intent to engage in contract negotiations after a RFP in which we had 2 companies submit for our water quality conditions study in Northwest Davis County. SWCA has been selected, and we are just excited to see what flows out of this study.
That was good. Nicely done. Yeah, we are very excited about that, so thank you for bringing that up. And I don't think there's anything more to say about it. Any questions? Very good. Thank you. So there is a public hearing today. This is to consider recommendations from the Davis County Agriculture Advisory Committee and the Davis County Planning Commission regarding agriculture protection application for 1,132 acres in Hooper. And let's see, anything else to say? No. So I will take a motion, right, to move into the public hearing?
I'll make that motion to move into a public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
There's any public here
Jeff, do
to?
you have any information on this a little bit?
Yes, yes, thank you. And the reason I came to the meeting today, just to see if there was any public comment that I could help answer, but this is an ag protection application. These have come up occasionally, and we're required to hold a number of public hearings regarding these, but this is 1,132 acres in the northwest corner of the county. And they've
It's already gone through the conservation district's approval?
it's gone to the conservation district, which is a Davis County board, not part of Davis County government, but we put that board together. And it went before their board, and they made a positive recommendation, sent a positive recommendation to you, the commission, for approval. It also went to our Davis County Planning Commission, and they held a public hearing, which nobody attended. And they sent a positive recommendation for approval to this board. And then you're required to hold a public hearing and either approve or deny the application for the ag protection area. So that's what that's what it's for. Does everybody understand what these do?
Why don't you explain that?
Okay, it's kind of helpful because they don't come up very often. So this is, state law allows landowners to enter into these ag protection areas. And it does a few things. It doesn't do a lot, but it does a few things. The primary purpose of it is that as subdivisions and other development comes up around active farming activities, the law says that you cannot bring a nuisance lawsuit against the farmer for smells and dust and just basic agricultural conditions. So it prevents people from bringing nuisance lawsuits against the farmer because his horses smell or he's baling his hay at 3 o'clock in the morning, or his cows get out on the road, and so it helps them that way. It also prevents like highways. It would prevent, for instance, the West Davis Highway from going through and one of these protection areas unless they have considered other options that will not work. So I know UDOT had to deal with a couple of these as they're dealing with the West Davis corridor. They had to look at alternative options around it before they could consider taking the highway through a property that falls in this designation. These essentially are just they're properties that are requested by the landowners, and the landowners can also request of the county to have them taken out of ag protection at some future date, in which we would hold another meeting about that. But there's a number of them countywide. I would say maybe, 10 or so that I'm aware of. So that's the primary purpose.
Yeah, that's helpful. Any additional questions?
It's a big chunk of property
That is a big chunk of property.
out in that area. It's a big chunk of property.
Yes.
Okay, so we do need to take action on this, or are we just holding a public hearing?
Well, you have to hold the public hearing, which I think, and take action.
On this today, okay.
Yeah.
If there's no more public comment or questions, I'll make a motion that we close the public hearing and approve the agriculture advisory protection application for the 1,132 acres.
Second?
And I just have one question before call, and that is oh boy, it was a good question.
It come back up.
Yeah. Well,
How long does it last?
until,
In perpetuity.
yeah, in
Yep.
perpetuity. Yeah. Yeah, I did have one.
They cannot develop any property. They're allowed to build like one house.
Here's my question. I'm assuming this isn't in the way of the proposed and ongoing future development of the West Davis corridor.
No,
Okay,
this is
much
west.
further west.
It's
North
well by the
and
lake.
west.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's right down by the lake.
Yeah,
that was my
yeah,
question.
it does not impact the alignment.
Okay, all right, very good. Thank you so much. So I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. Thank you, Jeff. All right, so we'll move to our business and action items. And the first one comes from Community and Economic Development and our planning manager, Jeff Euler. The agreement is with Michael Ibsen. This is an improvement agreement and a grant of lien. So this is our standard improvement agreement that ensures future sidewalk improvements will be paid by the landowner. It is recorded against the property and runs with the land. And this individual is building a new home on 1050 North in Mutton Hollow. The terms begin August 18th, 2020, and there's not an ending date.
So, didn't we already put sidewalk improvements on Mountain Hollow this last little bit? So not this area?
This is over on 1050 North. So just south, it's the road just south of Mutton Hollow, but still in Mutton Hollow.
Still in Mountain Hollow, but still hasn't got the improvements like
Yeah,
this
there's no
last year.
sidewalk.
There's
on
no
the
walks
street.
anywhere
Yeah.
in that area.
Okay,
Yeah, that's a good question though. It's,
okay, thank you.
It's a receivable.
oh yes, thank you. Wait a second, no, there's no financial information. No. Just an improvement agreement and a grant of lien. So no financial information on my paperwork.
Do I need to answer a question?
It just says on the summary that it's a receivable.
Well, future receivable if it ever happens.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Very good. So number 2 on the agenda, business in action, is the interlocal agreement with Kaysville City. And it's good to see this. This is the interlocal agreement with Kaysville City to receive 50% of their Tranche 1 CARES Act funds to help fund the Davis CARES Business Grant Program that our Community and Economic Development group has been working so much on. The terms begin August 18th of 2020, ending November 30th of 2020. This receivable totals $475,117. And thanks also to our clerk auditor and his team for all their work in this. Number 3 is an interlocal agreement with North Salt Lake City. Similarly, receipt of 50% of Tranche 1 CARES Act funds to help fund Davis CARES Business Grant Program. So interlocal agreement. Terms begin August 18th of 2020, ending November 30th of 2020. This receivable totals $308,654. Next is another one. We sure appreciate these cities' partnerships. Interlocal agreement with West Point City. Receipt of 50% of Tranche 1 CARES Act funds to help fund the Davis CARES Business Grant Program. Terms begin August 18th of 2020, ending November 30th of 2020. This receivable totals $159,181. And all of this, probably people who've been following it know that this is going to qualifying businesses within the county. And it is helping them. We're really grateful for this opportunity. Number 5 is a grant with the Utah State Library Division. And this is a library lending grant based on number of materials loaned to other libraries throughout the system of interlibrary loan. Throughout the system interlibrary loan process. Terms begin July 1st of 2020, ending June 30th of 2021. The receivable totals $11,665.15. Okay, so number 6 comes from the Legacy Events Center, and it is an agreement with Utah State University Extension. So this allows Utah State University Extension 4-H the use of the barns and building number 1 to hold a 4-H fair, including a livestock show and sale and a living arts competition. Since the traditional Davis County Fair has been canceled this year, having an agreement in place defines the relationship between Utah State University 4-H, their participants, and Davis County. And the terms begin August 10th of 2020, ending August 15th of 2020. And we just had it, yeah.
Yep.
And I have heard good things.
Yeah, it was a really good, they did really well this last sale. So they did really good.
That's so great. There is not much financial information other than fees are an in-kind trade between Utah State University Extension and Davis County as shown in Agreement 2019-026-B. We sure appreciate the partnership with Utah State University and the Extension. Next, number 7 is a summary list of agreements, 20 of these, for rental space at the Legacy Events Center as of August 12th, 2020. And the terms begin September 8th, 2020, ending September 14th, 2020. The receivables total $3,601.96. Number 8 is, let's see if it's stuck, number 8. Okay, this comes, good. This comes from the Sheriff's Office. It is a grant with the Utah Department of Health. That's why I had to look at it more closely. And this is for emergency medical services, or EMS, per capita grant funds and federal grant funds for personal protective equipment, or PPE, for the fiscal year 2021. And terms begin July 1st, 2020, ending May 15th of 2021. The receivable totals $6,218. Number 9, an agreement with State of Utah Department of Public Safety to provide certain public safety dispatch services to the Utah Highway Patrol, or the UHP. The terms begin July 1st, 2020, ending June 30th of 2022. Again, dispatch services to the Utah, or to UHP, and that's Utah Highway Patrol. The receivable totals $435,705.66. Number 10, also from the Sheriff's Office. This is an agreement with Aaron Timothy Fielder Basilico. This is for training reimbursement agreement for special functions and law enforcement officer training, wages, and benefits. Terms begin August 25th of 2020, ending August 25th of 2022. The receivable totals $13,830. Number 11 is an agreement with the Leon Polson Construction. This is the removal and replacement of new curb and gutter along 1180 Boynton Road in Kaysville, Utah, back in that same neck of the woods that we were just talking about with Jeff. And the terms begin August 14th of 2020, ending October 2nd of 2020. The payable totals $19,182.50. Number 12 is an agreement with the Utah Department of Health, and this does come from our Davis County Health Administration. Davis Community Health Department COVID Community Partnership Project to integrate community health workers into COVID-19 responses to help mitigate the spread and the effects on underserved and underrepresented communities in Utah. Very important. Terms begin August 1st of 2020, ending December 31st of 2020. The receivable totals $50,000. Finally, number 13 is a request to reappoint Anita McHale as a member of the Board of Commissioners for the Davis Community Housing Authority. The terms begin October 1st of 2020, ending September 30th of 2024, and there is no financial information.
Good. I move approval of items 1 through 13.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye. I'll make a motion that we recess from our county commission meeting and go into our Board of Equalization.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
And we'll have Curtis Koch come and talk about adjustments.
Yes, Commissioners, under auditor adjustments, you have an approved report for various land and building value changes totaling $680,467. And then you have a report for dismissed value changes, and you can see that report, and because they've been dismissed, there will be no value change, so $0. Under corrections, you have 4 veteran tax exemption abatements for the year 2019, and under the assessor adjustments, you have corrections under assessor initiated corrections for various land parcels and buildings totaling $2,111,780.
$2,011,780. Thank you very much, Curtis.
Move approval.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
I'll make a motion that we go back into our county commission meeting.
Second?
All in favor?
I'll make a motion that we approve the check registers that have been presented to us and that we've looked through.
Second?
All in favor?
On the indigent hardship register, we've got 5 applicants. I move that we deny applicant number 1. I move that we hold a hearing for applicant number 2. I move that we approve applicant number 3, hold a hearing for applicant number 4, and hold a hearing for applicant number 5.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Very good.
I'll make a motion that we approve the commission meeting minutes from 8/4 as has been written and presented to us.
Second?
Thank you. All in favor? All right. We have an opportunity to comment on anything that might be helpful to citizens of Davis County. And is there anything, Neil, that you have to share? Anything from you, Curtis? Okay. And Commissioner Stevenson, anything?
No, not today.
And Commissioner Elliott.
We're good.
Okay. Double check. I think that things are going pretty well, and they must be very similar to previous weeks because nothing stands out about being different and new. But I am really grateful that the business of the county continues to move forward. Thanks to everyone. With that, we will adjourn our meeting. Thank you.